like we've said about you've taken from family history and that kind of thing. I think if I was doing it, I'd be worried about at what point is it okay for poetic license to step in, particularly if you're talking about, close family members. How do you balance between portraying the story and then also being a fiction writer as well, as you all are? How does that look for you, Angela Barton?
I think as long as you keep true to the original events, like the massacre at Orador and the invasion of the Germans coming south, I think if you keep the most important information true to the facts, then if you're writing about family life, as long as you've got the information that's correct for that time of the century, I think you can just, you have conversations with family, and your fictional characters make friends and fall in love. So that's the same whatever year, isn't it? Family life and relationships. So as long as you've got the key events accurate, I think you can merge the two.
Angela, Petch, how did you deal with that sort of responsibility?
Right, well, some of it's true and some of it is fictionalized, and I did have a relative complain that I'd named one of the characters who's not so pleasant with their father's name, and they were convinced that I was using their father as a model, which I wasn't. But you've always got that clause at the beginning of your book when I don't know how it goes, but any resemblance to true people is etc. etc. You've got that clause to help you. I've been thanked for writing my books, because people have said it made them think of their father, or it made them think of somebody they knew. So yeah, I think we've got artistic license as long as we respect facts, as Angela said.
And Judy Houston, did you feel the same? Because you've said about writing about family.
Yeah, I suppose I've named my main characters after my own parents, but there was nothing like it at all. I mean, my dad was just a squaddy, I suppose, whereas James is very high up, very high ranking. So I didn't encroach on that at all. So no, I didn't have any problem that way. What did come into that story, how this story all started, was because of a house that my husband and I wanted to buy, and we knew there was some huge mystery about it. And it was actually called Winnie Close Farm, so that's why I call the book Holly Close Farm. And there'd been a murder there just after the Second World War. So that is the sort of modern day bit in my particular book as well. So I had to be very careful about that as well, because people still live at that farm, and 2 policemen were actually murdered at the farm, and I didn't want to be bringing that up again. So I think you do have to be very, very careful. And I put that in the acknowledgements somewhere along the line about that. I think you do have to be careful. You don't want to be bringing up history that people want to forget, really.